What is up, guys? Welcome back to Wrestling Crossroads. As always, I am one half your dynamic duo, Twisted, alongside Brother Pyro.
What's up, everybody?
And Pyro, what do we have for everybody?
AEW Revolution, we're about, the first AEW pay-per-view of the year?
I believe so.
There it is. I don't know
you
why I
said
said
say last.
I really was.
We're already at the end of the year? Shows how quickly you want to get done with 2023.
I mean, not necessarily, but at times watching AEW makes me feel that way. I'm gonna say though, I was talking about Revolution. I am really surprised and really happy about something.
Yes.
We're gonna have about the same runtime as any other pay-per-view, roughly. A few hours. But it's gonna be 3 hours-ish. However, the match card isn't as bloated.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping we actually, instead, a little longer match times aren't going to, kill. But I'm really hoping we finally get a chance for everything to breathe as the night goes on. I'm really excited about that. Tony Khan, you finally got your head out of your ass. Thank you.
I can say that with the way that the main card looks, with the way we're going to be reading it, I really hope that I didn't accurately get it. I did kind of move everything around like how we normally do, but I'm very much hoping, and you'll see why, that I didn't get it correct. So why don't you take us through the 0 hour?
So far the 0 hour runs Mark Briscoe and the Lucha Bros versus Ari Daivari and the Varsity Athletes, in which we all picked Mark and the Lucha Bros to win, because why would you book it any other way? Start your fans off happy.
And do you want to take us into the first match?
All right, first match that we have written down for the main card, Texas Death Match, Jon Moxley versus Hangman Adam Page. Unanimously picked me, you, Flash, Desario, Jon Moxley. You want to give me your reasoning?
I just, you know me, and we've discussed it many, many times. I can't get behind Adam Page. There's nothing with his gimmick. There's nothing with him as an athlete that makes me want to get behind him. Jon Moxley, even formerly known as Dean Ambrose, I've always been behind him. He hasn't been anybody hard for me to be behind in this type of setting.
That's fair. I mean, Grant, and death matches are really his forte.
Yeah.
These are really his go-to kind of match. So, Hangman, if you wanted the win, you should have went first blood and then just poked him in the forehead at the beginning of the bell.
Pretty much, yeah.
You would have had 6 gallons right there.
I mean, you're not wrong, but...
The man is a bleeder. The man is a bleeder, and I love you, Mox, because I really do, but I think the fact that you bleed pretty much every match so viciously is making it not as fun and not as exciting to see.
Yeah, I think we need to calm down a little bit with the blood there, bro.
I've said it in the past. Many other analysts have said it in the past. Other wrestlers have said it in the past. Other owners have said it in the past. If you need the blood to tell the story, there's something wrong with your story.
I fully agree. Jumping into the next match, we have the TNT Championship, Samoa Joe versus Wardlow. Me and Desario actually went with Wardlow on this one, where you and Flash are against us with Samoa Joe. Care to give your reasoning?
Currently, I think just booking and promo and just the overall business side of things, the political side of wrestling, Joe is the smarter option, because guess what? He's got the whole king of TV persona right now.
Yeah.
What better way to keep that than keeping him as that TNT champion, your Ring of Honor television champion? It makes sense that way. He can't be king of TV if you take one of those titles and then, and that's supposed to be your workhorse mid-card title. You're not going to, if you don't have it, you're not featured as much.
Okay. Then do you
King of TV. Keep him on TV. That's how you do it.
Do you see maybe Powerhouse Hobbs pulling it from him?
Nope. It's still going to be Joe.
Okay. All right. And any reasoning for Desario's?
I'm gonna go ahead and assume he's just a really big Wardlow fan as is.
Okay.
So I know I'm sure he wants to see Wardlow just regain that title because
Yeah. I mean,
he's a fan, and if I can think like him, and I think I'm gonna hit it spot on, he can call me out on the BS later if I did it. He's going to go ahead and give a reason like, oh, Wardlow didn't really have a good title run the first time, and he deserves a second chance to get a proper run.
yeah. One,
So,
how he is.
If I'm guessing on my friend there, like,
yeah.
I'm sure it'll be something along those lines of he didn't get a decent title run the first time, it was too short, or it wasn't, they didn't give him a real chance as champion.
Some type of
something like that.
Something like that. All right.
Love you, bud.
Take us into the next one.
Jericho and Ricky Starks, Jericho Appreciation Society, banned from ringside. Unanimous pick, Jericho takes the match. Even without JAS, Jericho being the ring vet that he is,
yes.
the locker room vet that he is, he's going to have something up his sleeve, guaranteed. And I'm excited for it.
I am as well. Jumping into our next match, we have the AEW World Trios Championship, the Elite, consisting of Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, taking on the House of Black, Malachi Black, Buddy Matthews, and Brody King. All of us went House of Black aside from Desario.
And again, if I'm going to pick his brain, it's going to be because it's too soon to take the titles off of them. Right now, especially with the fact that they won it, got suspended, went through that best of 7 series.
Yes.
With Death Triangle to win them back. A title that I will forever say that they never should have lost in the first place. But CM Skunk kind of screwed everybody.
Yeah.
In that scenario.
Anywho,
that small tangent, relevant tangent though, out of the way.
It wasn't even a tangent. Normally we go longer for you.
I can definitely see his reasoning though. Like they literally just won the titles back not too long ago. You keep them, you can keep it still kind of fresh. You can keep the story going if need be. So I can see where he'd be coming from.
Yeah. And any reasoning for your pick, obviously, of House of Black?
I've been clamoring for the House of Black since this title was introduced.
I know you have. I just got to get that out
there.
Gotta pick your brain.
I've been clamoring for House of Black since the debut of this trio's title. Hell, I've been clamoring for a singles title run for Malachi while Brody King and Buddy Matthews hold the tag team titles.
Oh, I know.
But you're very. I am very House of Black. I love everything about them. I love all 3 individuals because they are all great in the ring. I love what they can do with a promo. Everything about House of Black
makes you happy.
Makes me happy. Makes me want to pay attention to the tag team / faction division of AEW. And they surprisingly, for a group of guys that kind of like the storyline and how everybody got into the House of Black was done right. But surprisingly, really, for 3 guys that were just thrown together, more or less.
Yeah.
They all had a rhyme or reason. They made it make sense. They are everything done right about putting together a tag team. And I think, how do you showcase that? You put some damn titles on them.
All right.
You let them show why they are the right team for the job. Because they are everywhere they've been, collectively, individually, before AEW, they have been kind of that like workhorse almost of like they've been some of the guys you can count on.
Yes. I totally agree. I totally agree with you. Next match, I know you're very excited because of what kind of match it is.
Final Burial, Jungle Jack Perry and Christian Cage. This is the feud that I've loved every bit of this feud, but it's time to lay it to rest. And the best way you do that is with essentially a Buried Alive match, or in AEW, Final Bury.
Yeah.
Everybody that has Jungle Jack Perry picking up the win.
He needs it.
Oh yeah, this will further solidify him as a solo star, which he has the absolute potential to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think this can set him up for future singles success, a TNT title run, an FTW title run.
Yeah.
Granted, that would probably mean he takes it off of your Hot Guy Hook. All Atlantic title, something. Just
I mean,
it's gonna be good.
He could take it off a Hook if Hook goes for a different title. I'll be okay with that.
I'd
totally be okay with that.
I think Jungle Boy or Jungle Jack Perry, it would be great to just see this finally have its full circle moment come to an end. Everybody goes their separate ways. Everybody,
Yeah. It just needs to be laid to rest.
Even with the fact that this has dragged for almost a year at this point, it is still not as cringy or as teeth-pulling as Edge and Judgment Day over in WWE.
I will totally agree with that.
Dying on that hill.
No, I will totally agree with that. This isn't as, oh my god, when is this going to die? This is more or less, all right, what can we see next? What are they doing to make this more interesting than their competition currently?
Right.
More or less.
And like I said, I also think they've just let the story kind of progress way more naturally.
Yeah.
And let it breathe. Surprisingly, for the lack of being able to tell stories in AEW, this is one that they got right.
Yes. It's very far and few in between, but they get it right at times.
I also think because it's Christian Cage and that man has been around for like 30 years.
Yeah.
He has a lot of influence in how you can make this work because he's been part of so many storylines with so many different companies. In so many situations, he knows
what to look for. He knows how to get it right. He knows how
and clearly he sees something in Jungle Boy because...
Yeah.
Like, if he didn't see anything, this would be a very one-sided affair and this would not be as good a story as it is. He wouldn't be willing to work with him.
Yeah.
Dreamer has said it. Bully Ray has said it. Like, there's a lot of guys that have worked with Christian. Like, yeah, no, this guy's an asshole. This guy's a dick. Like, no. He
has his reasonings.
He has his reasoning. Like, and if he doesn't respect you enough or see something in you as a younger guy or anybody, he's gonna be less likely to want to work with you.
Yeah.
So I am loving everything about this.
I mean, I agree with you on that. Our next match up is the AEW World Tag Team Championship Fatal 4-Way. We have the Gunns, the Acclaimed. I'll let you take this next name because it's your favorite.
Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal, Triple J as they are calling themselves.
Oh, I thought you were going to go with the whole Jeff Jarrett name. I was letting you go for it.
No, that was his WWE gimmick. He's in AEW now.
No. You still done it on the other ones. It's still entertaining for you to do. Do it.
JEFFJARRET. That's Double J, Jeff Jarrett.
Thank you so much. And last but not least, the one we found out on Wednesday, Orange Cassidy and Danhausen.
Because they are representing...
The Best Friends?
Trapperetta and I forgot who else. Who the other guy is right now, because I am just...
You know what? We're just going to leave it at that.
But yeah, no, they are helping represent the faction of the Best Friends.
So getting into the predictions, you and Desario have chosen the Gunns. Reasons being your own.
They just won the titles. Like, let them do something with this.
Well,
because they are... Especially with the pedigree that they have and the namesake of them being Billy Gunn's children, you gotta let them build on something.
And then we have Flash, who chose Orange Cassidy and Danhausen mainly because he loves Orange Cassidy gimmick.
I'm not even mad at, like, all right, so me and you have had this conversation about a few people and like how you're not into the gimmick at first and then it starts to kind of grow on you.
Yes.
Orange Cassidy is finally starting to grow on me.
Yeah.
So I'm not mad at him for it. But I love Danhausen.
I've
always been a Danhausen fan. I am not going to lie to you.
I have a feeling had the Gunns not just won it, you probably would have gone for Orange Cassidy and Danhausen just because of Danhausen.
No, actually, I'm going to say it this way. If it's not the Gunns, the Acclaimed regain the titles.
And you know me,
You have no vested interest in this match just because
yes,
you're not the biggest fan of the Acclaim.
No.
You don't really see the draw in Triple J right now.
Nope.
You're not super familiar with Orange Cassidy and Danhausen.
Well, I'm
You are, but not
familiar
as
with
familiar
them.
as you'd like to be. And you're not really behind the Guns because, again, you're not as familiar or as comfortable with them as
Yeah. So,
anyone else. But
nope.
that's okay.
So, no pick from me on that one. Do you want me to take the next one so you could take our main event?
Yep.
Alrighty, per usual. So, AEW Women's World Championship 3-way. That's how it was written.
I know. Because they can't, because technically Triple Threat is a and Fatal 4-way, which is why they don't have Fatal when they say it.
Mm-hmm.
Are both phrases trademarked by
WWE,
the rival company of WWE.
Okay. So 3-way, which again, because of the trademark, kind of threw me off when I had read it.
Trust me. I still have like that 12-year-old boy mindset, so like I laugh almost every time I hear it.
So we have champion Jamie Hayter versus Saraya and Ruby Soho. Now, me, you, and Desario all chose Jamie Hayter. Do you know why Desario would choose Hayter?
Fresh champion, somebody different. I'm gonna go ahead and say his reasons are the same as mine at this point, because like I'm also giving you an insight in my head. Jamie Hayter's the fresh champion. She's AEW homegrown.
Mm-hmm.
She's actually very good in the ring and deserved this title run. Again, she just won it at the end of last year.
Mm-hmm.
Give her time as champion. Let her continue to grow.
All right, and then we have Flash, who is picking Saraya more or less for
out of familiarity.
Yes, out of familiarity. He liked her when she was formerly known as Paige in WWE, so more or less that is his reasoning. And because I know Flash as well as I do, the second reasoning would be her current boyfriend. So
I'm surprised he didn't go Ruby Soho.
Nah,
I'm surprised he didn't go Soho. I'm not gonna lie.
Not behind her as much as he is.
All right, it's main event time. 60-minute Iron Man match. Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF, your AEW World Champion, defends against the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson.
Mm-hmm.
3 or 4 of us are on the same page in picking the champion to retain. And I know my reasoning and Desario's reasoning, because him and I have actually had this conversation well before I even got the rest of his predictions. This is his first real title defense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, real major title defense.
Yes.
You're not going to have him lose it right away. Like, that would just be really bad booking. And with the fact that MJF is looking for really every reason to be gone,
mm-hmm.
How do you keep him happy and let him hold the title as long as humanly possible for him?
Okay.
However, you are the odd woman out. Yes. So tell me, Twisted, why Bryan Danielson other than familiarity? And trust me, this was not easy for me to go against him. Oh, and no, it wasn't.
Mine, I'm going to be honest. Mine is not via familiarity, not as much with familiarity as you think it would be. I have seen MJF in matches. We've called some of his matches on here. I've also seen Bryan Danielson go toe-to-toe and be a beast.
Dude, I've seen Danielson go toe-to-toe with so many great and well-respected individuals in the wrestling business, which is why it was so hard for me to pick Bryan Danielson.
Here's the thing. I want to take you back to one specific match, one specific day that I think of when I think of this 60-minute Iron Man match, because it technically was that broken up in a day for him. WrestleMania 30. When he started the show.
No. You mean Yeselmania.
All right, we'll go with that. WrestleMania 30.
Thank you.
Where he started the show to earn a chance at something that
He
was
should have been in the picture
taken.
for it anyway.
Yes, that's something that was taken from him in the main event against two top tier wrestlers. He essentially did this with, yes, a little bit of a break, but
if you think,
you know,
like, if
he
you
can
look
do
at the
it.
times for those matches,
Mm-hmm.
like, I think the combined time was a little over an hour for both matches.
Yep.
And it's not like he took on some, like, no name, like, mid card, you know, average Joe Schmo, like, random. I'm gonna pick a name out of a hat from the locker room. No, he took on three guys that, in their respective
Top
company,
tier.
he are all well respected, top tier, first ballot Hall of Famers. No matter how you slice it, an absolute living legends for the company of WWE. Batista, Triple H, Randy Orton. And I dare anybody to fight me on that one. Because, like, you can go ahead and do that. But like, Bryan Danielson showed, like, he was that indie guy. He was really one of the first indie guys in WWE to really make a big impact.
Make a big name for himself, yeah.
And I absolutely love that for him, which is, again, my love for him and everything he's done for the wrestling business as a whole, not just WWE. But, like, he has that. This is a match that really does lean towards him.
Yes.
And as much as I would love for it to be him in my heart, my head knows it is not his time.
And I mean, that's why me and you, we work when we conflict this way, because no matter who comes out of this, we're not necessarily mad.
No. And I think this really will give MJF the real rub as a champion, because Danielson is such an established pro wrestler.
Yeah.
And this really does give him a lot of this really solidifies his championship run.
I think that's what you're trying to say.
Solidifies Tony Khan's booking decision, and justifies it if they book him to win this match. Because MJF, since winning the title, you have seen a lot of holes in his game, a lot of real flaws. Like, honestly, like, watching a few matches that he's had since winning the title, you're kind of noticing his promo work isn't necessarily the best, necessarily all there. His in-ring work is kind of spotty.
Yeah.
I think this is how you kind of, like, all right, this is how we tighten the screws of MJF.
Yeah.
Put him against one of the best vets to ever step foot in a wrestling ring. Again, dying on that hill.
Oh, yeah. No, I totally agree. Had MJF been with any other company, I would have said, if you needed anybody to tighten that screw, I mean, you've went on tangents about this. If you ever needed anybody to tighten those screws, I'd say The Miz.
Oh, if MJF were to ever go WWE, because of how similar of character they are, you give him to The Miz. If you need him,
works him up.
And if you need The Miz could wrestle a damn pogo stick and make the pogo stick look like a true vet in the ring. And it's an inanimate object, let's be honest. Like, Miz can work with anyone and work with anything you throw in front of him and make it look good. So a program with him and MJF would be amazing. You can. There's a few other names in that company, though, that I feel like could really give him that, like, you need him to learn.
This is how you're gonna do it. Yeah.
Because throw him to a Bobby Lashley. He's gonna learn.
Yeah.
He might be the hard way, but he gonna learn. Give him to a Randy Orton. He will learn, assuming Randy Orton never comes back from injury.
Yes. But I mean, still, you know, there's a lot of vets, and this is the way that you do it in AEW.
Because AEW doesn't really have
many vets.
A lot of, like, really established vets. A lot of their talent that they are now showcasing on their program aren't coming from outside companies. They're finally, like, really, really showing their homegrown talent.
Yeah.
And I'm not mad about it.
Yeah. I mean, I totally agree. And that is
We'll
the
wrap.
end.
We'll wrap us up. We will see you guys later for post-show and breakdown.
I gotta say one thing, though, before we end this. I am really surprised that we are ending an AEW podcast before 35 minutes. But that's, again, because of the match
The
card.
match card isn't super bloated.
Mhm.
I'm happy that we don't feel like we have to rush through the card.
Yes. We
We've
took our
actually
time,
gotten
we
to
evaluated,
dissect
yep.
every part of this show, which makes me really happy.
Oh, yeah.
I also want to point out that we are not ending an AEW podcast just straight up taking a crap on the product for once.
Yes.
Because if you listen to a lot of our older ish, we really do crap on AEW a lot.
Yeah, I mean, there's reasons for it, obviously.
There is, but at the same time, we really need to get better at that, especially if we're going to keep doing this, because we need to be seem a lot more unbiased than we really are.
I mean, and I'm going to say this, I don't think it's the biasness of us growing with WWE for so long, because start of this entire year, we had Royal Rumble for WWE, and
we shit on that thing.
Yeah. It was terrible.
Like we took, oh my God, yeah.
It was
funny. I was at the store earlier today.
What we do is we comment on what is bad and how they can fix it. And when it's still not fixed, you're still mad about it.
Yes.
So there's no reason for, I mean, all podcasters do it.
I will say this, though, about just, not even just us being podcasters, but us being pro wrestling fans.
Mm-hmm.
It is really hard to please us nowadays in a day where, like, social media has become such a toxic influence for everyone.
I mean, that's why I say majority off of it for wrestling.
Like, at this point, just let wrestling fans enjoy what they enjoy.
Right.
Because, like, I enjoy wrestling from all aspects.
Yeah.
And I do enjoy AEW's product.
Mm-hmm.
There is a lot that they really need to get together. Like, you are going on year 4 of existence. Like, a lot of what I do complain about is stuff you should have had by year 2.
Yeah.
Should have had together.
I mean, I totally agree with you.
Like, examples. I'm gonna give this Wednesday's Dynamite as an example.
Okay. Yeah. We were discussing this.
We discussed a lot about that. Like, it hit a few spots really well. Like,
mm-hmm.
the Christian Cage, Jungle Boy final burial, promo, and how they added that. So last minute to the card, but like the way they transitioned into adding that and the promo they gave for it
was beautiful.
Christian was out there, talking his smack. All you got was that video package of Jack Perry digging a grave.
Yes.
You knew exactly what that meant.
Yep.
You told it the right way.
Mm-hmm.
It felt great to see.
Yeah.
The ending promo battle to close the night was another thing that I think hit really well. MJF and Bryan Danielson. Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Your Face of the Revolution ladder match to kick off the show had a lot of great spots. Why am I seeing the referees hold down the ladder?
Right. That was something that I got confused with.
That's piss poor production at that point. Like, the fans and the audience are going to see it, whatever, but we on TV shouldn't be able to see it as well.
No.
Get better ladders or find other ways to make spots happen.
Mm-hmm.
Because
the refs shouldn't be you shouldn't have 3 refs enter the ring anytime a ladder is being set up just to hold it so that somebody can make a spot off of it.
Right.
Or even just climb the ladder in general.
Right. Like, at that point, your ladders are pretty crappy and you need to reinvest.
Go back to Home Depot.
Reinvest somewhere else. Another thing that bothered me, the tag team battle royal for the last spot in the 4-way.
Yeah, we were discussing this as well.
Also, it's a battle royal, so it's going to be all over the place.
Yeah, which is fine.
But it was still really hard to follow hey, we're going to start off with these 2 teams, and then, every, I think it was like 90 seconds.
Yeah. We're going to bring in a new.
But, like, there were 90 seconds that I swear to God were like 3 minutes. And then there were like 90 seconds that were really just 20 seconds.
Literally.
Like, it was very inconsistent timing and sending out. I don't know what that was, but, like,
that was just...
It was not okay.
Yeah, no.
These are tightenings of the screws that should have been tightened a long time ago. And AEW, if you don't get it together, your product's going to continue to suffer, and it's not going to be good, and it's going to go down. And quite frankly, I like having other alternatives.
Yeah, I mean, we could find other alternatives if we really, really need to, but we
Correction. I mean, I have other alternatives.
Yes, but
but
wanted
this
to
just
stick
adds
with
to
it.
my variety of things to watch.
Mhm.
But all right.
But we will see you guys later for the recap, per usual. And then when do we see them after this, Pyro?
End of the month, March 31st, Ring of Honor Final Battle.
All right, we will see you guys then.
Or not Final Battle, it's Supercard of Honor.
Oh, all right, Supercard of Honor. All right, laters.